All right, Mopar people, welcome back to the channel. I'm just Mopar Joe. I got a quick tech video for you today. I'm sure it'll help you out at some point in your life if you ever use a ratcheting shifter with a cable of some kind. Right, so I understand anybody can make a video about installing a shifter cable or pulling one off. I'm trying to show you a way to prolong the life of yours so that might save you some money, might make your transmission shift a little bit easier. And in my case, if it's burned all the way through, it might free it back up in case you had to go drag race the next day. I've got one ordered. That's kind of what I'm waiting on here. Should be in this week. I'll get it put on. But until then, y'all check this tech video out. I hope you like it. Last video, I don't remember when it was. I was working on this car. Got the cam broke in. Check out that gnarly shifter cable there. So it's been hot and hotter all the way around. Yeah, that'll do it. I think what had happened, whenever I had the engine out, the cable shifted from where I had it and pulled itself back onto the header. Then we put the new engine in and it was just laying on the header on this side. So it happens. The cable was old anyway. After a couple of years, 2 or 3, they actually kind of stretch, and sometimes you can adjust them. Other times you go to shift and it will be between gears. But here's my current situation on the inside of the car. So that's just ratcheting freely. If I try to go to reverse, can't do it. Can't go to first, can't go to reverse. So I'm gonna pop this off and put the new cable in. Here's a new cable for that shifter, the old Hurst 500 0025, and it's got to have these 2 different ends. So it'll take like this bell end that screws on that side, on that side, and then this side will actually hook to the shifter. Pretty simple. So all your adjustment is on the bottom side of the car, and I'll try to show you that from underneath. Get some light under there, but let me go ahead and pop this one off. All right, so here is that old cable. It actually has threads on this end. So I've got to send my new one back and get a different one. You can see all the terrible melted portions here. It's pretty bad. I'm not going to use this cable, but I know y'all sometimes like when I show you a little bit of garage tech, if you will. I'll get you kind of close here. Please ignore the mess we're cleaning up. I can pull. Very hard to come out of there like that. And it wasn't long ago I lubed this cable, and I actually was talking to Blake about this from Bad Tree Productions. Blake, there you go. So here's how we're going to do this. Here is the end of our cable again. This is just a piece of black gas line, 3/8 fuel line. What I'm going to do, slide that up on here. Hopefully you can see. I actually had it threaded a little bit. I'll throw on a clamp like that. It's good to have a pressure regulator in the middle of that somewhere. You can get them like paint supply stores or Harbor Freight or wherever. I'm not going to take mine off my paint gun. I've got a regulator on the wall over there, but basically you clamp it there, clamp it here. Here's just a quick test. So see, that's staying on pretty well. So inside my little Lucas bottle, I've got some PB Blaster that was actually in a can. I'm just going to pour it down, there we go. Easier to hit that hole. See, there's a little red grease right there. I've done this before, if you've noticed. But usually my first step is some kind of lube like this. Just fill it up a little bit. Screw our end back on here. There we go. Leave that on just a minute. All right. Fill it up again. These cables are, I want to say, $75 a piece. And when they get stiff, just like a boat cable, if y'all, for you river goers, rivers and lakes, the cables get stiff after a while. You can pull them off at the engine itself. There we go. All right, so I'm going to hang this here just a minute. Like that. Grab, work the cable a little bit. It's already getting easier, see that? Hopefully you can. There we go. One more time. All right. Repeat. I haven't done this side yet, but I probably won't because I'm not going to reuse this cable. But you get the point. She's getting easier. Give it a little twist. I actually told y'all a story. I did go ahead and lube that other side just to see what it'd be like. If you were in a pickle and needed to go race the next day, look at that. That would work. I would probably go ahead and put a little bit of red grease in there, do the same thing. But that would be somewhat usable. I'm not going to put it back on. I want a new one. I'm doing all this the right way, but it's pretty smooth. Hopefully you can see that. And hopefully it'll help you out on your car. You can definitely tell we've made lube all the way to here. It's coming out of the sheathing there. And it's not, see, that's dry. Yeah, so it starts getting wet here, dripping back from that way, but not through this way so much. So you could probably even leave that on low pressure all night if you wanted to. Just very low pressure, so it would keep forcing it. All right, I went ahead and took the rubber hose off the other end. I did clamp it on, blow it through just real quick, but if you'll remember what we started with, this is so much better. You could race with this if you needed to. I wouldn't recommend it as a permanent fix by any means, but I've actually lubed this cable before, and you can use chain and cable lube, you can use transmission fluid. I like to kind of follow up at the end with just some red tacky grease. Get the red grease on there, try to blow it in, push it in and out like that. But she works. It's pretty free. It's very ugly right here, but it would work in a pinch if you had to. I've got the correct one ordered now. I'll just wait a couple more days, but it's very tempting just to throw that back on there, but it's old. It needs to be replaced. So hopefully that helps somebody out there. I would lube mine like this every year. If it's hard to shift at all. Keeping that thing adjusted kind of keeps that transmission in the right gear for you, and it won't make you miss any shifts in your automatic. So I'm just a novice racer personally, but you know, the professionals out there may have a different opinion on this. I appreciate y'all watching, and I'll catch you next time.